Hey y'all, welcome back to another Pulsar video. This video is going to be addressing some issues I've had with the engine, as well as why I haven't uploaded and what my plans going forward are, because things have changed a little bit. So obviously I haven't uploaded in a while. The reason for that is I went and rebuilt the motor, which you didn't see, and I got the car 3 miles down the road on the first test drive and it started knocking again. I either hear a slight rattle or that's knock. I think it's knock. Maybe this drive isn't going so well. All the gauges looked fine, so I was really frustrated about that. Obviously tore the engine apart, and I found some heat discoloration on the rod underneath of the bearing, as well as obviously the bearings were wearing unevenly, I would say. That was on number one, which I think number one was the issue when I redid all of the bearings on the engine the second time. So I was very concerned about that. As well as on the connecting rod, the bearing wasn't sitting in there nice and snug. It would actually, I could just turn it over and the bearing, I wouldn't have to turn it all the way over. I could just turn it sideways and the bearing would fall right out. So there was a gap on both ends of the connecting rod, and that was obviously a huge issue. So I took the crank and the number one rod to the machine shop to have them check and out around condition, because that's what I was assuming it would be. That was about a week and a half ago. I haven't heard back from them yet, and doing a whole bunch of research, and just for peace of mind, I've decided I'm going to get new rods, and then might as well do new pistons as well. That way everything's pretty much done for the power that I'm planning on putting on this motor for now, as well as within the next like 5 years. So as well as when the last video, if you remembered it, was a long time ago, I noticed some markings on the skirt of the piston as well as in the bore. I'm assuming it was contacting, because that's what it looked like. The markings were very similar. So ended up getting Tomei pistons. I got 86.5 millimeters, so a little oversized. That way the machine shop can bore out the block and have it literally perfect clearances all the way around, so it's essentially brand new. So Tomei forged pistons, which are really nice, as well as pairing it with their forged H-beam rods. Haven't really decided what I'm going to do with the bearings yet. I'm probably going to go with the Tomei bearings to pair it with everything else. The only thing that I won't have in the rotating assembly at that point would be the crank, but that's like $1,400, and it only comes in the stroker, the 2.2. So I'll just run the stock crank, because those are known to be good up to over 500, and I'm not pushing that power anytime soon, especially because I would need to probably get the straight cut gear kit for these transmissions. So now that I have all this, what I'm going to be doing is taking everything over to the machine shop and having them build the engine for me, because one, it'll have like a 3 or 4 month warranty, I forget what they have, as well as I bought the calibrated equipment, right, but they just have better equipment. They're obviously a lot more experienced in building engines, and I trust them because they've done all my machine work in the past. They built my friend's motor just a little bit ago, so I don't want to take the chance of messing something up again, especially with all these brand new expensive parts. It'll just give me a nice peace of mind that it's done properly. So all the engines at the machine shop, I'm going to be doing odds and ends on the Pulsar, installing the brakes. I did the shifter rebuild last night, which should actually make things a lot better. It had 0 grease in those bearings, so as well as replacing a bushing or two. I don't know how much of that I'll actually film. I probably won't film a whole lot until the engine's back in the car, just because I've kind of already shown it twice, and I don't feel like I really need to show it a third time, especially because it still takes time to record, to edit, to upload, all that fun stuff. But yeah, after the engine, it's pretty much just drive the car, enjoy it for the year, and then next off season, I'll probably start trying to source suspension parts. I'll probably end up staying with the factory control arms and whatnot, I'll probably just replace the bushings because, you know, they're 30-year-old rubber or 32-year-old rubber. So replace bushings. I don't know if I'll do coilovers because these coilovers are not my favorite. I'd rather go with the digressive valve, probably VC DS series, because these tines, like, sure, they kind of do the thing. You can't find them anymore, so I guess they're technically period correct, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for like a bit more modern, with a taste of the 90s, early 2000s tuner. But other than that, I don't think I really have much else besides just waiting for stuff to get done. So if you're looking forward to seeing what this Pulsar has to offer, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.
'Cause your love is all I need. 'Cause your love is all I need. 'Cause your love is all I need. 'Cause your love is all I need.